welcome back to my channel. In today's video I thought it'd be a really fun video to share with you guys an updated glam makeup routine. I haven't filmed a video in such a long time. I can't even remember the last time I filmed a glam makeup video or any type of makeup video, and I have missed it so much. I have just been so busy recently that I have had no time to sit down and film a glam makeup video, but I'm not actually doing anything today, so I thought today would be the day that I sit down and share with you guys an updated glam makeup routine. I love filming glam makeup videos. They are one of my favorite videos to create on this YouTube platform, so I'm so happy to be back and filming, and there will be a lot more content coming, like new makeup products that I have been loving and trying new makeup products out, so I'm really excited to film all of that as well. In today's video is just going to be a little catch up and an updated makeup routine of what new products I have been loving on these past couple of months and anything new that I have been obsessed with and added into my makeup. As you can see, I have already prepped my brows because that would literally take me so long to film. It would generally take a whole video in one if I was to sit there and show you guys how I fill in my brows, so I never really show how I fill in my brows on camera because it just takes me far too long than it should to fill in my eyebrows. I not long ago had my eyebrows done on Wednesday, so it was a lot easier, but when I don't have my eyebrows done it takes me a while, and it shouldn't take me as long as it does because it always is a faff when I have to fill in my eyebrows. I literally have changed my brow pencil as well to the NYX brow pencil, and that is so much better than the one I was originally using. Like, for a really long time I've been using the Benefit brow pencil, but I was just finding that it wasn't really my shape or colour or anything anymore, so I decided to switch up, and I have been loving the NYX brow pencil. It's so much quicker and so much easier to use, and it doesn't run out a lot. But I still love the other brow pencil, but I've just been obsessed with the NYX pencil, and it's honestly so good. It just saves a lot more time if you want to just do a quick natural brow, and that's what I want to do. Whereas I find with the Benefit pencil I always have to try and like fill it in really properly and stuff, whereas I just want a simple natural brow look nowadays. I actually used this concealer on Friday for the first time and actually really like it, so I'm using the Rimmel concealer corrector for now because this is also actually really good, and I did really like the way this applied on. So I'm going to pop this on now, and then I will blend it out and then powder my eyes. With this concealer, I did find that if I put too much on it was really hard to blend it out, so I really need to just put a little bit on and then blend it out. To blend my concealer out, I'll be using my Made by Mitchell flat brush. As we all know, I'm obsessed with the Made by Mitchell brushes. They're just perfection and so easy to blend out. They just blend out really well, and they're just really nice brushes to use if you're a beginner as well, because they just apply your makeup on really well. As you can see, that literally just took me seconds to blend out, so that was really easy and quick to do. I'm quite aware that I have filled in my eyebrows so naturally, and I'm doing like a really full heavy glam, so at the end I might have to go over my brows again and see how much glam I put on my eyes. I'm thinking subtle glam or a heavy glam. I've not really done a heavy glam in a while. When I went out on Friday night for country night was the first time I really put makeup on, because I haven't done it in a while. And I just sort of done like this smokier eye look, and it kind of made me really want to do a smoky glam. So I might go for one of them, even though I always do a smoky glam, because if you have followed and watched for a while, you will know that smoky glams are my favourite glams to do. I'm just trying to find my brush because I need to now powder my eyes. I've decided to change everything and put all of my makeup in one hamper, so then after my room isn't a complete mess, because every time I film a makeup video there's just mess everywhere. So I've decided to put it in this cute little hamper that I got from home. For my powder, I am using this powder that I got from a beauty outlet in Devon, and I'm actually going there in May, so I'm going to see if there's any other ones and things like that to try, because it is a really cheap beauty outlet, and I will do a TikTok video of it. I'm not sure whether I'm vlogging my holiday in May or not, but if I do, I'll definitely show you guys, or just do one video about this beauty outlet that I'm literally obsessed with. I generally love it there so much. I'm now going to use my favourite brush that is honestly mangled at this point because it is well loved. This is the Morphe eyeshadow brush. I generally need to like find another brush that is from Morphe, because Morphe just do the best eyeshadow brushes, and I do think Morphe is a really good eyeshadow brush to start off with if you're going into makeup and things like that. It honestly sounds like there's birds in my room with the amount of birds outside. But this is Bright Eyes, and it's a setting powder, so I'm just gonna put some of that on my eyes. It's actually a good job that I'm going there in May, because I'm almost run out of this. But as I said, I've not really been using it as much, but when I do use it, I generally am obsessed with it, and it's like the nicest thing to set my eyes with. Also, my camera keeps going in and out of focus, so I really hope that isn't an issue whilst filming, because that would be generally annoying if it was. I literally only pop a little bit of this powder on, and it generally blends out so smoothly. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Morphe eyeshadow palette, and this is the 35U Golden Dessert Morphe eyeshadow palette. And I remember when this first was launching, I was like, I need to get my hands on this eyeshadow palette, because you're not even ready for this. Look how stunning this eyeshadow palette is. I'm going to be using the shade Dun Buggy, I think. I never really know how to pronounce the eyeshadow names, because they are literally like full-on names. I'm literally just going to tap a bit there. You guys will generally see how pigmented Morphe eyeshadow palettes are as well. Like, look at that. That was literally with one stroke, and it's already on my eye. I always start off with the top corner of my eye, and then I will just blend it out for a little while, and I'll go all over my lid. You will also notice that I don't go over in this bit, because I will come back to that. I think I've got a bit too high, so I'm just going to get my finger and just wipe some of it away, because I don't want it that high. Honestly, I've forgotten how to film at this point with my lips, because I haven't filmed one in so long. I feel like when I've not filmed a makeup video in so long, I always stumble on my words and I forget what I'm doing. Even though I do put some makeup on when I go out and things, I just don't really wear it when I'm at home. I'm really excited to come back and film some more makeup looks as well. So that is that base finished, and then I'm going to go in and do the other side. Can you see as well how well this Morphe eyeshadow brush is blending out? It just blends out like a dream. It's literally perfect. I have not used really any other eyeshadow brushes, because I just literally live or breathe with Morphe eyeshadow brushes and Morphe. I've been using Morphe for the longest time. I tried to get my base eyes similar to one another, so there's no differences between them. I also spend a lot of my time on TikTok now, so that's why I really don't film a lot of videos than I'd like to. So if you'd like to follow my TikTok, I will leave that in the link description down below, because there's more like makeup-y bits over there. But I'm going to be filming lots of get ready with me's on TikTok, so make sure you do go and check that out. I just feel like it's quicker than a YouTube video sometimes. I am really enjoying filming this video though, because like I said, I haven't filmed in such a long time and I've really missed it. I feel like I'm just going to be uploading videos here and now and then, instead of having a set day of whenever I film, because whenever I have a set day of filming and I miss an upload, I'm literally like, oh my gosh, I haven't uploaded. So I am just going to film a video and then randomly post it, because I don't want to give myself set days on when I'm posting things, and I have quite a busy summer coming up, so I probably won't be able to film like in my set days if I was to have set days in the summer. But I feel like I might vlog a few trips this summer as well, because I was going to change my YouTube name and just make it to beauty and all about beauty, but then I really want to add like other bits other than beauty into my channel as well, so I can just document like my whole life and keep it onto my YouTube channel. Recently I have also been loving doing this like halo-y look on my eyes, so I am actually going to go in with the same brush and just tap a little bit of this darker shade, which is called Sahara Nights, I think. I'm not really sure. I can never pronounce it, so I don't even know why I tried to pronounce it on the outer corner of my eye. And just tap and then do the same circular motion that I did for the base of my eye. My eyes never really change, to be honest. I just stick with the same glam. I really need to switch up my glam. That was so much compared to the other side because I forgot to tap the brush, but I'm just going to blend that out. Right, then we have to look in the same, hopefully. It doesn't matter too much if it's not the same, but I just prefer it to look the same. I am going to go quite full with this, because as I said, I done it the other night and I loved how it looked, but that was really natural. I wonder if I've got a picture that I can pop up screen. I'll probably forget to put up a picture though, knowing me. And then I will go over and just get my finger with this light shade here. I'm actually going to use my right finger though because it's easier, and that is the shade Beaming. And then I will literally, if it focuses, just go like that over the lid. And then I love the way it blends with the darker shade. It just makes it more smooth and subtle. And then I'll get my brush and I literally just go over the top like this. And nothing too crazy blend, just fixing up what we've already put on. My eyeliner, I'm going to be using an eyeshadow for my eyeliner because I do not suit a liquid pen eyeliner anymore. I just way prefer an eyeshadow eyeliner look, and I do not do a flick anymore either. I literally just go over the top of my eyelids, and for that I'm going to be using the Made by Mitchell brush, because you need a small brush like this with a slight little angle to it, and I really need to clean my brushes. Just ignore how messy that one looks. I not long ago cleaned all of my brushes, so they've gone all dirty again, which I don't know how because I haven't filmed a makeup video in a while. But I think it's because I do this look whenever I go out, so that's probably also why. So I will literally just take the end of my brush and start off with the middle and get it as close to my lash line as possible. I'm going to make this quite full because it is a glam look, so I'm going to do an eyeshadow really dark. Normally I would just like pop it on and not do it too full, but I really want to. Also, I really hope my camera's focusing. I can really see that it's like going in and out of focus. I'm not really sure. I think I need to sort something out with the settings on that, but I will after this video. But for now I'm just going to hope that it is picking up. and it's not too annoying when it goes out of focus. So as you can see, I've got my little eyeliner shape there, and I'm going to go in to the inner corners a bit more. I am literally just blending. I have just also realised I forgot to put on glitter, so normally I would put on some glitter and then do my eyeliner, but I just forgot glitter, so I'll do that the other way round, and then hopefully it won't go on to the eyeliner that I've just done. But if it does, I'll just go over it again. I've gone quite high with this eyeliner just so it really like pops out because it's Glam. So for my glitter, I'm going to be using Cream Glitter by Charlotte Tilbury, and I love these cream glitters. I'm actually going to switch it up today and use the Amber Gold because I don't really go for this one, so I'm going to switch up and use this. This is what it looks like. Honestly, I love these cream glitters by Charlotte Tilbury, so I'm really excited to use this. I have the Rose Gold one and I use that like all the time, so I'm going to switch up. Old, I literally would just do a Rose Gold eye look because they would be one of my favourite looks to go and wear on a night out. And the good thing about this is the glitter isn't really touching the eyeliner that I have just done. I honestly do not know why I forgot glitter, because glitter is one of my favourite parts of the eyeshadow. So I don't know why I've done that. You can tell I haven't filmed for a long time because I keep missing out steps, so hopefully I don't do that anymore because that would not be a good updated makeup routine. Right, I'm just going to go in again with the eyeliner because a little bit just went on here, so just going to go over it slightly. Right, now I'm going to also be using like a shimmer over the top of that glitter, this sort of shade here, and just pop it over the gold. Some glitter on here before I do my eyeliner because I missed doing that on this eye. Just using the same glitter in my eyeshadow palette to go over the top for the shimmer. I literally love putting this cream glitter on and then using a shimmer. It is honestly so nice. And I'm so glad I decided to go with a gold glitter because I love a bit of gold, and I still feel like it is to this day one of my favourite eyeshadow looks to create, as gold smoky eye. My best friend Kira would actually know that because I used to honestly just wear gold eyeshadow all the time on a night out. She'd be like, will you ever switch it up? And I'm like, no, just obsessed. I am now doing my eyeliner with the eyeshadow in the same shade and just copying what I've done on that eye. The eyeshadow, glitter and eyeliner now finished. I am loving the way it looks so far. For my lashes, I'm going to be using these lashes, and this is the Lotus Lashes, and it's a magnetic lash and it's so good. I honestly love these lashes. I really want to get some more of these lashes because I brought a quite subtle one because I love the subtle lashes, and I just want to try some other ones out by this brand. I have known about this brand since I was like 16, and then I stopped using it for a while because I got so obsessed with other lashes, and then for my birthday this year I actually decided to treat myself and get some of these lashes again because they are quite pricey, but they are really good lashes. When I was in like my clubbing days when I was like 18, these are the only lashes I ever wore out on a night out because they would feel so comfortable on my face. So I literally wore these lashes to death, and the packaging is honestly so pretty. I'm obsessed with how they look. All I do is use my fingers to put my lashes on, and I will literally just bring it as close to the lash line as possible. It does normally take me a while to stick my lashes on, so I'm actually proud that I've managed to do that and film, and I haven't put my lashes on in such a long time. So maybe I am getting the hang of finally being able to film myself putting my lashes on, because normally I wouldn't film, but I thought let's just keep the camera rolling and keep it calm and maybe they'll go on, and it did. Honestly, I stress so much over my lashes putting them on because I'm not very good at it. But I'm like kind of good at it on putting other people's lashes on. So I done my best friend Molly's makeup the other month, and I'm literally obsessed with that makeup look so much. Honestly, she just has the most flawless face, and she's just so easy to put makeup on. Like, I generally love it. I just want to put makeup on her every day. It's now time for my favourite part of my makeup, and as you would all know, that is my face makeup. I love doing my face of my makeup. I don't know why, it's just always been something that I have loved doing. Don't get me wrong, I love doing my eyes, but the base of my makeup is where I really enjoy doing my primer. I have been loving the Made by Mitchell primer. This is a really good primer. It just is in a bottle like this, and it just says primer on the front of it, and I am obsessed. It also smells so good, and not many primers really work for me, and when I tried this primer out, I was literally in love because it generally leaves my makeup on for the longest time, and I found that it was coming off a bit quite over here on my makeup, and when I use this primer it generally does not come off my skin. And the other night I actually forgot to put it on, and I was so annoyed because my makeup was coming off my face, and I was like, oh, I should have remembered to put my primer on, but I didn't, and I was really sad that I didn't remember my primer. I honestly was getting ready in such a rush. I think that's why I forgot it. I never really leave myself enough time to get ready when I'm ever going out somewhere, so maybe I need to start doing that, because then I will remember my primer, and maybe I'll actually have some foundation that will last long on my face for a change instead of just coming off. I honestly love Made by Mitchell products. Made by Mitchell do the best makeup products ever, and I'm obsessed with him. And Morphe and Charlotte Tilbury and Made by Mitchell are one of my favourite. For my foundation, I have been loving this foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Free Cool shade, and it is the Beautiful Skin foundation, and this is a really good foundation to use for like a full coverage, a light coverage. It just really depends on how much you use of this product. I'm on the hunt of finding some new foundations, so I'm literally looking everywhere for new recommendations of foundations or new foundations. I'm just going to tap a bit of foundation onto my brush, and I will literally just do two. Be using my Clomana Marshmallow Sponge by Clomana Beauty. These marshmallow sponges have generally changed everything to do with my makeup. I actually hated my makeup before I discovered these marshmallow sponges, and now I really love the way my foundation goes on, all because of these amazing marshmallows. Tap it like this, and it will blend out so flawlessly. It just blends like a dream, and these marshmallow sponges are so soft and squidgy. They are the best. They make your foundation so flawless when you apply them onto your face. I have also realised that this foundation is so pale for my face, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of my NARS foundation as well and just sort of mix them together so I can get like a really nice glow and like sort of a bronzy look with my NARS one, because this is actually really pale. I didn't realise how pale it looks in the light, so we'll be just mixing a few foundations. I generally have a foundation mixer and I will still use the back of my hands and literally like get it everywhere. So I really need to use my foundation palette and then I'll literally make less of a mess, because this Charlotte Tilbury foundation is so liquid. I did my foundation out with my Glam marshmallow sponge. Look at the way it just blends out so nicely. It just gives off the best flawless effect, and when I found that I was doing it with other beauty blenders, it would not do the same effect as this marshmallow sponge, because this does not leave any streaks within your foundation or anything like that, whereas other products and beauty blenders will, but this generally does not, and it just gives off that nice soft look. For my concealer, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Lasting Radiance Concealer, and I have been using this for such a long time. It is one of my favourite concealers to use, but I'm always switching out my concealers and wanting to try new concealers. I will literally just pop the concealer underneath my eye. I'm thinking about going all under like this and doing it like that, because I really want a full coverage for a glam. And I have also just popped some NARS foundation on as well, just to make it a little bit more full, and this NARS foundation looks a bit more bronzy as well, so I have only just popped on a little bit of that, because I sometimes find with the NARS foundation that it sometimes looks a bit yellowy, so I have just popped on a little tiny bit so it's still natural but glam. To blend my concealer out with, I'll be using the Glam Marshmallow Sponge in the shape 1. As you can see, this one is pointy and it's also so soft as well, and they are just the best sponges to use for your foundation. The shape 1, and then this is the shape 2. Literally obsessed. I need to do a whole video on Glamana and the marshmallow sponge, because it's so good and it's all I'll ever use. And I love the shape 1 because you can literally just get it really into the inner corner of your eye and blend it out, and then I'll sometimes just go like this with the thicker version and just blend it, and it will just blend out like a dream. I am actually going to do a video on how to apply it and things like that, because I talk about these all the time. Now that foundation and concealer are finished, I'm going to be contouring. For my contour, I'm going to be using 2 different contours. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury contouring stick, because you all know I'm obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury contouring stick, and recently I have also been loving to blend my contour out as well with the Made by Mitchell contour, and this is in the shade Blend and Snatch, and I have been loving these Made by Mitchell contouring sticks. I'm going to blend that out with the Glamana shaped 1 marshmallow sponge, because this is so good for blending out contour with. And I generally try and blend everything out with the Glamana marshmallow sponges, otherwise you will not get the same flawless effect for every product that you use if you would go in with a brush, because the brushes just leave brush strokes, not like that flawless touch. I am also now going to go in with the Made by Mitchell contouring stick in the shade Blend and Snatch, and just pop a tiny little bit on. I don't know why I've been loving mixing contours recently, but it's been so fun to have a little mix. I won't put too much on though, because I already have contour on. I just love this contour so much, and I'll put some of it on the top of my head too, because it also gives off like a nice bronzy look on the top of your head. It just mixes so nicely with this contour. I'm gonna also try it without mixing as well and just use the contouring stick, because look how nice that looks as a contour. It's honestly stunning. I love it. Look, that contour is just so flawless, and that is because of this marshmallow sponge by Glam Beauty. For my blush, I'm going to be using my favourite blush by Made by Mitchell, and that is the Strawberry Cream, and it's in the large version. For my brush, I'm going to blend that out with this Morphe brush. I'm just going to pop it on here, and then the same that side. I generally used to be obsessed with this blush, and I haven't picked it up in a while, and on Friday night I picked it up. I'm now hooked to this blush. It's just a nice flawless blush. Set my blush, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Mercier powder. I have also got the Huda Beauty powder that I've been loving, but I'm going to switch up a little bit and use this powder. I'm not too sure how it's going to look, the Huda Beauty powder all the time, so I'm going to try a new powder in this video. Honestly, it's such a risk, but I have used this before and I do know I do like it. To blend my powder out with, I'm going to be using the Glam Beauty powder puff, because this is the only powder puff I'll ever use to blend out my powder with, because it's so soft and it's just a really good powder puff to use to blend out. So I'm literally just going to tap like this. All I do is tap it under my eyes like this and then blend it out. I don't like to put too much powder on, so I'm going to leave that one to bake and then do the other side. This Glam powder puff generally is the only powder puff that has ever made my powder look as flawless and as seamless as it does. It just is a game changer. If you haven't tried the Glam Beauty products, you generally need to. Then I'll also put a little bit of powder here. I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to or not, but I do, because I always find that my makeup comes off at this part. I'll leave that to bake for a few seconds, and then I am just going to get my bronzer and just pop a little bronzer all on my forehead while that is baking, and then I will wipe that away and then put some bronzer on my face. What I'm going to be using is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I honestly love this bronzer so much I've almost run out. I'm going to be using the same brush that I use for my blusher, because I love using this brush. This bronzer is a really good bronzer. It just makes you look like you've got a really nice subtle tan. I'm going to go in with bronzer all over. Honestly, my face just feels so nice and soft because of all of the Glam Beauty products that I have used. And then I will actually go over the top of my eyelid with a little bit of bronzer. This is something I've been loving recently. Just going over a little bit of my eyeshadow with a bronzer. Actually just going to bring back a little bit of blush, but I'm going to be using this MAC blush. I don't know why I'm decided to use this, because I haven't picked it up in such a long time, but it was just like staring at me for a few days and I was like, I want to use it, so I'm going to use it for this video. I'm just going to tap a little bit where my original blush was. Just going to bring it back slightly, not too much, because I want sort of like a subtle full glam. Normally I go over the top with blush. Both of my blinds open because it is getting a bit dull outside. I feel like it's about to rain, so I wanted to use as much natural light in as possible, and this is what it looks like so far. So for my highlighter, I'm going to be using a Made by Mitchell liquid highlighter in the shade Such a Snob, and I honestly love this Made by Mitchell shade so much. It's literally like the perfect glowy holographic shade. I don't know whether my camera will focus that, but that is the shade. I will show you on the back of my hand and hopefully you can see it more. Yeah, look at the holographic. It's just insane. All I use is my fingers for the Made by Mitchell highlighters because it is quite liquidy, so I'm literally just going to tap. Look at that for a highlighter. It's honestly the best, and I haven't used it in a really long time. I'm also going to use a little bit of this Charlotte Tilbury highlighter as well because I completely forgot I wanted to try it in this video, and it is the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Blonde Easy Highlighter, and it's a nice pinky shade, so I'm also going to use this as well, mix it in with the other one, and hopefully it'll give up a nice little. For my setting spray, I am going to be using the Liquid Lock Setting Spray by Made by Mitchell. This is the finished updated glam look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you again in my next video.